What's up, y'all? This is Patrick for Life, and you know what time it is. It's going to be first of two videos I should make today. This is my NFL Week 5 predictions for the 2011-2012 season. Y'all didn't think I was going to not talk about that now, huh? No, it's a little late. Okay, let's get started to the games. Okay, first game is the Tennessee Titans at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, the Tennessee Titans, they're a good team. You know, they've had a big 3-game streak. Matt Hasselbeck is throwing the ball phenomenally. The Steelers, they're struggling. You know, they're 2-2 when they should have had last week. But in Heinz Field, I'm going to go with the Steelers to beat a good young Titans team. Now, next game is the Raiders and the Texans. This is going to be a big emotional game for the Raiders. The news earlier, I've heard that Al Davis, the longtime owner of the Raiders, died. An innovator in professional football. A great guy, a great owner. The one that set the standard for modern football today. And, you know, the Raiders are going to play with a heavy heart. It's in Houston. The Texans, they play damn good football this year. But I think the Raiders, who are the better team, are going to find this season, are going to find a way to beat the Texans in Houston. This is for Al Davis. Next game here is a little personal to me. The Chiefs at the Colts. Now, the Chiefs are playing good football. Not good football. Sorry, bad football. They got a win last week at home against the Vikings, which was kind of a surprise. Now, the Colts, we've been playing not so well. Pretty bad. Last week, we played well, but we just lost against a great Buccaneers team on Monday night. I'm going to go with the Colts here to win in Indianapolis. Next game, Bengals at Jaguars. The Jaguars are 1-3, but last week they had a pretty. I know they held the Saints down to 23. They only lost 23-10, but they played well against a great Saints team. Now the Bengals have played really good. All 4 games they could have won. They could have beaten San Fran. They could have beat. Wait, who they lose to? They could have beaten Denver. Both games they lost, they could have won. The Bengals, they're playing good, and they had the surprise of the NFL, one of the big ones. They beat the Buffalo Bills with a game-winning field goal. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bengals to beat the Jaguars here. Here's the next game: the Seahawks at the Giants. Now, the Seahawks, they've struggled all season long. They got a win against the Cardinals. And believe it or not, last week they played very competitively to only lose by 2 points against a good Falcons team. Next is the Giants. The Giants, they're playing good. They're 3-1. They had a big come from behind week last week against a good Cardinals team, coming back down from 10 or 13 down in the fourth quarter to win the game. So I'm going to go with the Giants here to win it in the Meadowlands. Next game, the Cardinals at the Vikings. Now, this is an interesting game. Many of you don't know this, but, you know, Larry Fitzgerald came from Minneapolis, Minnesota. So it's like a home game for him. He's probably going to see a lot of family and friends. The Cardinals played damn good football this year. 3 games they should have won. They should really be at least 3-1 or even 2-2. The Vikings have struggled. Last week they couldn't get control of the game. I'm gonna go with the Cardinals to win here, and the Vikings to go down to 0-5. Now, next game is an interesting game in Carolina. They host the New Orleans Saints. Now, Drew Brees has been playing excellently. But he had a not so good game last week. He threw 2 picks. They still won 23-10, if that's all that matters. The Saints' offense is stellar. The defense played well last week. Now the Panthers. The Panthers, they're playing damn good football. Last week they only lost to the Bears by 5, 34-29. Cam Newton is a rookie sensation. He's had 400. Did he throw for 400 yards last week? Almost 350 yards, 350. He's had 3 games over 300 yards in his first 4 NFL games. He's no joke. But I'm going to go with the Saints here to win on the road. Next game is the Eagles at the Bills. Now, this is a tough game here. The Eagles and the Bills are not bad, okay? The Eagles have played damn good football. Last week, Michael Vick had a career high 416 yards passing. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Here's a confession. I never thought that Michael Vick would throw for over 400 yards in a game. I never would imagine Michael Vick be able to do that. I knew he was a great talent, but never throw for that much, you know. It was good. Now the Bills, the surprising team of this early NFL season. You know, they're 3-1, lost a tough game last week. The Bills are playing good. Patrick is a good quarterback. Has a good core. The defense is playing well. But I'm going to go with the Eagles to win on the road and beat the Buffalo Bills. That's my dark horse alert of the week. Now, this is the 4 o'clock games. The first 4 o'clock game is Tampa Bay at San Fran. Okay. Now, the Buccaneers are playing good football. They're 3-1. They found a way to win last week against a Colts team that struggled. Okay. Oh, the Colts played good the last 2 games. Now the 49ers, they got a good offense. Alex Smith is playing good. Frank Gore is running well. The defense is playing well. They're 3-1, surprisingly. It looks like the 49ers may make the playoffs for the first time in 8 years. I know that's a surprise, but they may make the playoffs for the first time in 8 years. This is a tough pick, but I'm thinking I'm going to go with the 49ers to win in San Francisco. Cassandra, not now. Not now. Go to your room. Go to your room. The Jets and the Patriots in Foxborough. Now, the Jets are playing good football. No, but last week they played horribly against a sensational Baltimore defense. And, you know, the Patriots are playing good football. Brady got away to get a win last week. Not the best of wins, not the best of games, but they found a way to beat a great Oakland Raiders team. And I'm going to go with the Patriots here. It's going to be too much of Tom Brady, too much of the offense against Max Sanchez. I don't think he can match point for point against a quarterback like Tom Brady. Now, the last 4 o'clock game is the San Diego Chargers visit Invesco Field to play a sensational Broncos. They're not sensational. I'm just kidding on the sensational part. The Chargers are playing good football. They're 3-1. They won 3 games they're supposed to win. Beating Minnesota, beating Miami, and beating Kansas City. You know? And the Broncos, they've struggled. Last week, they had a bad game against a great team, the Packers. So, I'm going to go with the Chargers here to beat Denver in Denver. Now, the Sunday night game is a showdown in Atlanta. The Packers go down to face Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Now, this is a rematch of last year's playoffs when the Packers ran over the the Falcons 48-21. You know, Aaron Rodgers, he's playing stellar. The Packers are playing stellar. The defense is on check. The offense is definitely on point. The Falcons are playing good. Even though they're 2-2, they're playing well. They could beat, okay, the 1 or 2 games that they lost, they definitely deserve to lose. Okay, the Packers were, not the Packers, the Bears were just too much for them in that game. So, Matt Ryan, he's playing, go to your room. He's playing stellar. So, I'm going to go with the Packers here. They're going to get a big win in Atlanta. And the last game for the week is a showdown in Motown for Monday Night Football. The Bears travel down to Motown to face the Detroit Lions. Now, the Bears, they played great last week. They showed shades of the old Bears with a stifling, sensational, hard-nosed defense and an offense that did enough to win. And they beat up on the team they're supposed to beat up, the Panthers. Okay? Now the Lions are 4-0, and they have amazed me. They've won my respect this year. They came back from 24 down to beat a Cowboys team looking to have resiliency. Matthew Stafford's on point. Calvin Johnson's definitely on point. And Ndamukong Suh, they gotta do something. Now, believe it or not, I think it will not be high scoring. This will be a defensive battle. And I'm going to go with the Lions to win here at home. So this is Patrick for Life. This is my NFL Week 5 predictions. Comment, rate, and subscribe. Thank you. Peace. Goodbye.